Welcome back, bitches.
Becca asked me if I was going to paint a house.
You make me sound like a horrible friend.
I said, what are you talking about? I didn't connect it, but okay, so here's the thing, okay? I was gonna put on a beanie, and the only beanie I could find was Tyler's Naked Mole Rat beanie, which is definitely not my color.
No, it is your color. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's literally my skin tone. And I didn't want to be a naked mole rat, so I'm a painter.
I love it. For just only listeners, number one, why? And then number two, she's wearing a white backwards baseball cap with a white t-shirt.
Okay,
but why is that associated in my brain as a painter? Is that a thing?
I don't know. And also, if you're a painter, why are you wearing white? Because you're going to paint all over it, right? Yeah. So it's probably not a great idea.
Yeah.
I don't know. But my shirt is a bookish shirt.
No, it's cute.
And I had bubble braids yesterday, and the bangs were not banging. So it's a hat type of day.
Oh. You're listening to Tipsy Book Reads. I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Jess.
The painter. And we're tipsy.
Too many books on my TBR.
Yeah. This podcast is like a book club for the antisocial. We make a drink inspired by the book we read and talk crap about life and fictional characters. We really hope you listen and drink along.
Side effects of listening to this podcast may include reading vivaciously, extreme bouts of laughter, tipsiness from craft cocktails, talking shit about life and fictional characters. Listen at your own risk.
Just a warning, this podcast is explicit. We are all over 21 and there are spoilers. We warned ya.
We are dranked up.
Hey, Bubs.
Hello, bub.
Hello, Bub.
My baby's new thing is saying, hello, bub.
Hello, Bub.
I swear it sounded like that.
It 100%. Can I play the sound?
Oh, yeah.
We won't play the child, but we will play the sound. Entertain them.
Hi, I'm a painter.
I found it.
Boy. Good morning.
Hello, Bob.
See? He's literally
Bub.
saying, hello, Bob. Apparently he says
It sounded
cigarette.
like he said cigarette, which literally none of us smoke, so I don't know where he got that one. But it legit sounded like
I swear,
that.
you guys are.
So funny.
When he's not sleeping and he's not podcasting, he's watching British procedurals.
He must be, because I don't know where he's picking this up. But yeah, that 4 a.m. podcast with 2 subscribers. Oh,
So funny.
he gets it from his mama.
He does. Oh my goodness. Okay. We got a lot of drinks in front of us.
We sure do.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What you drinking?
Okay, so
I didn't love how I just said that. Hold on. What you drinking?
So we have a cocktail and a mocktail, or you can make both a mocktail. For Dorian, we're drinking, honestly, it was a blip. They drank orange sparkling water, him and Rowan somewhere. And I was
They
like,
drink orange sparkling water?
yeah, something like that. And that's what I wrote in my notes. And along their journey somewhere, and I wrote it down in caps. So
I believe you. Also, this topping thing, this garnish. The garnish is so pretty.
the garnation.
Well, first I said the toppings.
Oh, well, then the topping on the other drink at first looked like an eyeball.
It was the thought that counts. It was going to be a little lychee, but we won't. Tell me how do you make this?
Oh, okay. Orange and sparkling water.
This is the mocktail.
If you didn't know.
So, but the orange sparkling water, the orange sparkling water is my favorite sparkling water.
Yeah, I use this orange San Pellegrino.
Yeah, the one with like actual orange juice in it.
It's like naranja,
Oh,
right? Orange in Spanish, but that's what it's called,
I don't
right?
know, but that was.
I think so.
Fancy.
And then, yeah, little refreshing little spritz drink.
So good.
And then for our other book that we're reading, Tower of Dawn, we have a lychee mule.
I'm so excited to try this.
I'm excited too. So you can make this one with gin or vodka or non-alcoholic gin or non-alcoholic vodka and ginger beer and lychee juice and a little bit of lime juice, because when Nesrin and Kay all traveled to the southern continent, they talked about like a bunch of ginger and ginger drinks and stuff like that. So I said it had to be something ginger, and lychee just seemed delicious.
Oh, I was gonna say something.
Oh, so I put a
Cheers.
Cheers. Yum. Delicious.
Oh my god, I love anything lychee.
Yeah, I was gonna make a lychee martini, but I needed something ginger, and I was like,
And I've already
obviously
done
a
that.
mule. Yeah.
I did that on the Moon Goddess one.
Yeah, you sure did.
And I got her drunk. Listen, this tastes so good. I went to go smell it and I couldn't smell anything. I just had an absolute panic and a flashback. And then I smelled the orange and I was like, oh, no, we're good. I can.
It's just more subtle. But I put a lychee on one of the garnish sticks, and then we were like, oh my god, it looks like an eyeball.
We've been telling this story for 5 minutes.
Squirrel.
No, it does look like an eyeball.
So I just swapped it for a lime.
But we got to eat a lychee.
Yeah.
It was something else.
I like lychee.
I love lychee. But you're right. Or
But Tyler said
Tyler's right.
there's something with the texture. And I don't like kimchi.
He
That's what he
doesn't like
said.
kimchi, so somehow that's related. I'm not sure. I guess like it is a little like slimy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anywho.
I don't know. Okay, so how do I tell you what chapters we're reading?
Oh, yeah.
So
okay.
in Tower of Dawn, we're reading chapters 1 through 13. And then in Empire of Storms, we're reading chapters
1 through 18, I think.
1 through 18. And then we're going to post the breakdown again that we read so that you know how to read it. But just in case, we started with Empire of Storms, reading 1 through 5. And then we jumped over to Tower of Dawn to read 1. And then we jumped back over to read 6 through 8. This is why I love this, because it was like heavy on the Empire of Storm.
Yeah.
Okay. And then 6 through 8. And then
2
after
and
that,
3
2
of
and
Tower and Dawn.
3. And then 9 and 10. And then 4 and 6. And then 7. And then 11. And then, yeah. I'm not going through this.
Okay, fair.
That's a
We'll
lot.
post it. But it was kind of the perfect back and forth, because every time I started to reach my K-all
Max. It was the, where
I got
have
to-
you been, Nesrin, for me? You scared me in this city, in the streets. And she said, these are my streets.
Bella, where the hell have you
You
been,
been,
Loca?
She said, this is my city.
Fuck off.
That pissed me off so bad. Okay. We're not there yet. Okay. I mean, we can be wherever we want to be.
That's so true. It's our podcast.
It's our podcast. So if we want to shit on K-all, we can shit on K-all.
True.
Okay. So I only did Empire of Storm characters. I only wrote Empire of Storm characters down.
Oh, well,
Poopy.
Tower of Dawn is easy.
You remember all the princes and the king?
There's Caution, and then there's
His name is Caution?
yeah. The sweet little one that likes Irene.
I think I blocked this book out of my head.
Okay, so in
Sartak?
Yep.
Sartak?
So Kaol and Nesrin and the Coggin
Oh, no, that's...
and Irene, and then all of the Coggin's children. There's 3 of them, and one of them is a 4th that is dead. So there's 3 that are alive.
Okay. Oh, that was sad. That was a jump scare. Yeah. So I actually really like Tower of Dawn as of now.
Yeah.
I forgot that I liked it to this.
I like it a lot better when I'm not just stuck in the world of Tower of Dawn.
That's probably what it is. Okay, so we started with Empire of Storms, so let's start there. Even though my notes start at Tower of Dawn. So basically, Aelin and her crew, her court, which I love. I love that. They tried to set up this meeting with the elders of
Terrasen?
I guess, yeah. I mean, yes, Terrasen, but I think they're the elders. And they pulled an Uno reverse and said, actually, we're not meeting at your location. We're meeting at a pub because it's raining and it's cold and we're old.
Yep.
And that pissed Aelin the fuck off. Like, that's where it started. It grinded her gears. She's like, how dare you? But anyways, that meeting was awful.
Yeah, it did not go well.
I just love the description of like when she said something and she says, and I felt real intense. And it's like we all squeezed our butt cheeks on that one. That was quite
That's so funny.
That was quite the choice there.
It is so funny though because they are all hot-headed children. Other than Rowan, he's old. But all the rest of them are hot-headed 19-year-old, 20, 21, whatever, hot-headed children.
They have anger issues.
Yeah.
Oh, do they have anger issues? But yeah, I was kind of laughing at that scene though, because all I could think of was she's mad and she's trying to talk herself down. Like the whole time she's like, we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. Like we just need we need to all be together. It's fine. It's fine. But then it's like he says one thing and she's like, okay, we're fine. We're good.
Everyone's fine.
Everything's fine. I'm fine. You're fine. I'm not smoking. My skin's not smoking.
Just like coming out the ears.
Oh.
The smoke.
What smoke are you talking about? I don't see any.
Also, all of the tiny little ways that they showed her that they did not respect her as queen, like the not getting her water, like just like the little
Only one person.
niceties that they didn't give.
Only one person like gave her the respect of the title.
Yeah. And also even just the difference between, what was it, addressing her as your highness versus your grace, or I don't remember,
like
but
that.
it was something in the wording of how they addressed her that was like not full blown disrespect, but
it made Adian mad. Also, calling out every single person of her court. Like, oh, you're aligning yourself with this fae. That didn't help us to begin with. I'm sorry. You're aligning yourself with, what'd they call Lysandra?
I don't remember.
It was a term.
Yeah,
I just can't remember.
It was not nice.
It was not nice. And everyone pissed in their pants after they said that. I'm very vulgar this episode.
But they were saying that they don't recognize her title, Lysandra. They don't recognize her as a lady or whatever.
I wanted to punch them in the throat.
Yeah, I feel that.
So basically they were like, you're not allowed to come through Terrasen ever again. Stay out of my land. And she said, fine, if that's what you want. Get off the lawn. Get off the grass.
Literally.
That's fine. I don't need to come into your land, but I will be back with my army.
Raise an army of outlaws and outcasts, basically. She's like whores and what else? Like
It was something.
criminals and
assassins. It was everyone.
Yeah.
But and then she's like, I'm gonna leave you with Evangeline, or I'm gonna leave Evangeline with you, and we'll see. I think that was perfect.
Yeah.
We'll see if you take care of this girlie, then you can take care of my kingdom. It was the perfect test.
Mm-hmm.
And the old man and Ren being like, we'll take care of her because the old man lost his grandkids.
So sad.
Ugh.
Dang.
That scene, I can see it so clearly in my head, though, like the rain coming down and going into a tavern, and it's just like dirty. Oh my God. Also, the tension between Aelin and Rowan
Yep.
is intense.
Yep.
But I love that they're like, we can't do anything because the little folk are watching.
That's really funny.
It's hilarious. When that was first brought up, I was like, no, that's actually so fair.
Yeah, that is fair. Yikes.
But it's cute that they leave little gifts. The crown
Yeah.
and the hawk, the carving of the hawk. And Rowan kept it.
So
Oh.
sweet. Yup. Anyways.
Okay. You're right. Focus. Okay. So keeping in this world of Empire of Storms, I was going to say for the tandem read, I like it a lot because it's going back and forth so that it shows you what's happening at the same time, but we can still go like through Empire of Storms and through Tower of Dawn at this point and not like go back and forth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, after that, she realizes that she needs to go to the temple because of the little folk.
Yeah. They laid her some breadcrumbs.
And the soldiers made her mad, and she just blew air and essentially
Freaking roasted them from the inside out. And they just fell to ash. I can picture that very vividly also.
murderer. What murderer?
No
Not
body, no
her.
crime?
No body, no crime. Yeah, straight from Taylor Swift for sure. That whole freaking scene was so good, though.
Yeah.
I love that ghosts just show up and they don't even blink. They don't bat an eye.
I've seen it all.
There's a ghost.
Hey.
Hey, why didn't you help me? Why weren't you my spirit guide and your daughter was? Because you're hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
I could go grab some popcorn right now and like chat with you.
Yeah. Brennan and her are just, I feel a lot alike.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it makes sense.
Yeah. And Adian just spying on their conversation. And
Oh, but he's and Brennan even winked at me.
okay.
That's so funny.
Okay. So they kind of learn a little more about what needs to happen, what's going down.
Maeve's old.
Maeve is real old, and Aylin's like, is she Vogue? And Brandon's like, haha, no.
Okay, but
And
no, that's a good question though.
It is a
she
great
Vogue?
question.
Because if she's so old, could she hide
Oh, yeah.
everything? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting. Great question,
It
though.
is a good question, but I
for
guess we
Aelin to ask. But
got her answer.
guess not. And anyways, then what with Aelin?
I don't remember what No, I don't.
Oh,
This is where we
they-
said we needed to look back up.
Oh, yeah. They got news that the city's being sacked, right? And Rowan is going to go.
Oh, that was before the temple.
Oh, yeah. Rowan's already gone at that point.
Rowan flew away.
Yeah, he went to go get Dorian.
They got news. Dorian's in trouble. Poor Dorian. He's just lonely in his castle.
He is
It's a
lonely.
lonely life to live.
Yep. And the witches are coming.
The witches gave each other stitches. Okay. Manon
was
became a witch
wild.
killer.
Yes. Dang.
Mhm.
That was wild. So she spared Dorian, killed the other clan's second to save Dorian, and then Rowan almost killed Manon, and then Dorian was like, don't. So they were all about to kill each other.
I love, though, that they're like, she's a witch killer. And Manon's like, who?
What do you smell? Not me.
Who? Like, looks behind me. The person behind me? It's so funny. And also, she's like, no, actually, I 100% killed her. And she deserved it.
No regrets.
No regrets. But how powerful is Dorian, and just the trust I think this scene shows between Dorian and Rowan, because of Dorian telling Rowan to stop taking the air out of Manon's lungs, and immediately,
Rowan
no
stopped.
question, nothing, just done.
Yeah.
I think that shows a lot of trust.
Yeah, I agree, because that could have, if it wasn't what he thought, that could have been Manon's like moment to, you know, she could have instantly then killed Rowan or Dorian or whatever. So yeah, that was a lot of trust to just be like, oh, okay.
This might be
release.
my new favorite mule. Sorry. That is so
It's a
good.
meal?
Mule.
I heard meal. I was like, this is a whole meal.
No, this is my new favorite mule.
Yes, delicious.
It's so good.
I wish lychee were more readily available and affordable.
Yeah, that's
It's
expensive.
delicious.
That's expensive. But it's delicious.
It is.
Sorry, when I took a sip, I had to tell you that again.
I appreciate that. Love that.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
I can't say that. One of my notes is not for right now. Hold on, I'm saving it in my after
That's
show.
a later problem.
It's an after show thought. Oh, there's so many things that I've gone to say today about Onyx Storm and have stopped myself.
I haven't read it yet.
No, and we will. I'm sure we'll read it on the
Oh,
podcast
for sure.
once we're finished with Throne of Glass. But I literally so many times. Let me know if you finished. I'm not finished yet, but I'm almost there. Okay.
So now Dorian owes Manon a life debt.
I forgot about that. That's fair. You know what I loved?
What?
Rowan and Dorian like going through the castle, and they're low-key just bonding.
Yeah, they are.
Like, oh, you see that spot there? That's where Aelin gutted Archer.
Just a little tour of the castle.
A tour of Aelin's past crimes is what that was.
My favorite is just when they're in the boat. I just imagine them just like rowing and just being, I don't know. It's just funny in my head. A little bestie moment.
It's funny in my head because you know it's awkward,
Yeah.
but it's like Dorian wants to make it not awkward. And then also every like few minutes he's like, I miss Kale. I wonder what Kale's doing right now.
It's so funny.
But it's so fascinating. So we learn a little bit more about magic
Yeah.
because we find out that Dorian's magic is
Raw.
raw. So was he the most powerful?
Mm.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. That's interesting. But Rowan does not think that he is qualified to teach him.
Yeah, which is wild because he's so freaking powerful himself.
He's powerful. And when Dorian asked him about, well, you taught Aelin and you guys' magic is different. And wait, is this where he says that? I think this is, but Rowan says it's because she's my heart. But hold on, this might be an awkward pause and then like start to another conversation because I'm going to say something, but I'm not sure if it's in this or not. But is this where he says, I thought they were mates? Okay, we can look it up at the after show and figure it out.
Okay.
Because I think they say something. Oh no. Ah, one of my notes, one of my tabs, gone. But anyways, we'll look it up after because it was interesting. The vibes that he was clocking, very interesting.
Rowan did talk about how his and Aelin's magic responds to each other though, and I thought that was
yeah, it was interesting.
it is.
She is my heart. Okay. Not Rowan going from like old grumpy man to she
Old
is
teddy
my
bear
heart.
and keeping the little thing from the little people.
The little folks. The little folk.
Yeah.
We got to take a little break though.
Yeah.
And we'll be right back with this absolute chaos. of what was supposed to be a conversation, but we've just been summarizing the book. Okay.
We're back. Okay, so Dorian, half my notes of this section are just Dorian missing Kale. Kale misses Dorian and Dorian misses Kale, and I want them to end up together.
What's going on? Do you hear that?
Sirens.
Wee woo, wee woo.
But yeah, I just want to say that Manon is freaking brave.
I love Manon.
Okay, I'm picturing the scene so well of when the witches first call her out and they're like standing up on the thing and the wind shifts and that's when they can smell the witch killer thing. Which, first of all, what does that smell like?
That's such a good question.
That's such a very specific, like, why does killing a witch give you a scent, you know? It's very odd.
It's like magic. Too bad you don't get their magic when you kill them.
Ah, yeah.
Sarah.
Dang. Could absorb their magic.
That would be so crazy.
That would be. But, and then just all hell breaking loose, basically. Yikes.
What's so upsetting is knowing Astrid's previous story. I think, sorry, I'm so distracted by these sirens because they're just still going.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me find my thought again. Oh yeah. I think the grandmother witch has always had it out for Astrid.
Oh, for sure.
And I don't know why. I don't know if it's because she knew she had a little affair, like that she actually loved and not just like.
I think it was probably that.
Or the connection between her and Manon, or what the case was. But always, the minute she had a life for life.
I think it's because she thought Astrid was a threat to all that she has worked hard to like instill in Manon of like being like not having a heart and all of that stuff. And I think that she saw their closeness and thought that Astrid was the only possible threat to like what she's made of Manon into, you know what I mean?
True. So she saw her opportunity to get rid of the threat and took it.
Yeah.
And Manon said, "That's hilarious.
Not my girl."
I invoke the right of
execution, because they were all going to take their turn on Astrid. Mm-hmm. And she said, "Nope, I want this honor. This is the last I can give her." And the whole time you think that it's going to happen, you know, Manon's internal dialogue is like, let her look at the sunset one more time. I can do this last thing for her. And then she's like, wah, cha, and brings the sword down on Grandma. But freaking Grandma's quick.
Grandma's quick.
Grandma's so
she
quick.
She got the position for a reason.
Dang, she did.
But, you fight your grandma. Okay.
Yeah. And Grandma was like, we're doing this the old way. And gets the claws out. The rusty claws.
She's nasty.
She is nasty.
Yeah, she is nasty. And that's a crazy way to leave it.
Yeah.
That's a crazy way to leave that storyline.
Crazy.
That's literally what we get from her.
Yeah.
So, you know who has been prancing around the forest trying to find her way to Selena.
Yeah.
Elide. She's just been trying to find her way. She's hungry. She's thirsty. The poor girl is limping her way through.
She needs to find Aelin and she needs to find Selena. And freaking, what's his face? Lorcan is like, that's so funny.
Her. No, but it's hilarious. Lorcan tracks her the whole time.
Yeah.
And smelt her immediately, knowing that she's a witch.
Yeah. But at first, wasn't he like, there's a smell here?
Vogue.
But like,
I've smelled that before.
Yeah.
You couldn't figure out who she was. And one of the reasons is because she had the word key.
Yep.
And then the other reason is he was not convinced she was fully human. And it's because she's a little bit of witch. A little bit of witch. All my notes for those sections, the only thing that I said is Lorcan and Elide adventures begin. Dot, 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 dot.
Yes. It's a fun storyline. And Elite is so brave. Her standing up to the, what were those things called? Those scary Ilkin?
They were nasty. They were scary.
Lorcan was scared of the Ilkin. And she said,
I'm not
excuse me, how dare you accuse? And she got all up in that thing's face, and that thing said, scuttle,
We're
scurry.
Scurry. Scurry, scurry, scurry.
Scurry, scurry, scurry. And Lorcan said, "What? Who the fuck are you?"
I love this storyline. It is so opposite in one spot
Yeah,
that it's just fun to read.
it is.
It's just a fun little read.
It is.
A
And
palate cleanser.
I feel that Elide is so much more of a complex character than people give her credit for, because she really is always plotting, and she's kind of she's always had to think about her own safety and all of that because of all that she's gone through. But she's really, really smart, and for not having, because she doesn't have any magic or anything.
No, which is shocking.
Right. She has come very far in this cruel world that she lives in, and
She's amazing.
Yeah.
I love all these characters.
Yeah.
Even Kale at moments, I'm like,
Okay, you're kind of cool.
okay, I get it. Hello. But truly, I mean, lead. Even Lorcan sometimes. Manon is incredible.
Yeah.
Her entire 13 and how they stand by her always.
Mm-hmm.
Rowan, Adian, Lysandra.
There's a few insufferable ones amongst them, but overall,
Evangeline. They're all amazing.
so cute. Yeah. Okay, so does that pretty much cover Empire of Storms, or do we have more from that?
The only thing I was going to talk about was Ren and just how they all have very vivid memories of Ren.
Yeah.
But we don't ever really
Get a whole
up
lot of
until
that?
this moment. Yeah, we don't really get a lot of that. I mean, even when Elide found out that they were all alive, she was like, and Ren too, you know? So it's just interesting how he's front and center
Yeah.
in a lot of their memories. And then there's one more thing. Oh, yeah, you already mentioned it. Never mind. It was Lorcan laughing at her looking for Selena and Aelin separately.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going to keep that piece to myself. Just
you know
tuck
what?
that
Why?
right here. Because he's a butthead.
He is a butthead. There's no reason to do that. He's just,
Well, I mean, in his defense, he doesn't know when he's going to need a bargaining chip. And his deal with her is basically, you tell me all about Morath, and I'll keep you safe, and then we'll go our own way.
I gotta go my own way.
Beautiful.
The way that lyric has come up probably 10 times in the last 2 weeks.
It's a glitch in the simulation.
What about us?
What about everything we've been through?
What about trust?
Okay, I can't. Oh my gosh. Okay, so moving on to Tower of Dawn, yes? Moving on to Tower of Dawn.
Mm-hmm. Nessa. Oh, okay. We're going to get so sued. We got to stop. This is actually karaoke. You didn't know.
Oh my
Nezrin.
gosh, what is going on
Yeah.
out there?
Are we okay? Like,
I don't smell fire. Anyways,
it's very close.
it is. Oh, the other thing we didn't talk about. Oh wait, never mind. We're good.
After show?
Yeah.
Did you write it down in the
Yeah.
after show? Okay.
We're good. We're good.
I love that playoff. Okay.
So,
Nazarene.
sorry, the last thing with Aelin and whatnot is what?
What not?
What?
Sorry.
What's the very last thing that happens with Aelin's storyline? Where
Listen,
are they?
I read this 2 weeks ago.
I know.
That's the second. Okay, that's Manon. Guys, what happened? Why aren't you speaking to me? We can just cut this part. Yeah. Oh my God, it's the overseer.
Okay. I knew there was one other thing we had to talk about.
I That's insane. Erewhon became the overseer of Selena when she was in the, and that's who she had to see, and she literally was like, I'm like trauma, like
Yeah.
a moment. Yeah, that was wild. A reminder that she might be the heir of fire, but Erewhon was king of the darkness.
Dang.
And then we go to Manon.
Yeah. Dang. That's absolutely wild.
That was crazy.
So
I think next week I am gonna write my notes in the order of
How we read it.
how we read it and just try and go from there.
Yeah, I'll try to do that too because this time I wrote it in order of character like you had been doing.
Yeah.
Because it made sense. But now for this, I think it doesn't. But so all of the storylines in Empire of Storms, we stopped at such perfect cliffhanger moments.
Listen,
I'm
Jenna Clark,
obsessed.
you killed it.
Yeah.
You
Stunning. I'm
killed
obsessed.
it.
Absolutely.
I don't know
obsessed.
how you went through and did this, but you're incredible. And thank you for your time.
Yes.
We respect you. Okay, so Irene is my favorite character.
Yeah. That's so fair.
She's amazing. She doesn't take shit. Also, she took her little training from Selena and brought it to the temple.
She did. And I love that we know that.
And she teaches everyone it.
She does.
Little
Self-defense classes.
self-defense classes. And her attitude, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. She said, I don't want anything to do with this
you.
man. Get him out.
She is all of our inner thoughts when reading KL.
Honestly.
But she took a code. She took a vow, is what I meant to say. She took a vow. She took a code. And she has to heal. She's been given this gift.
Yep.
So she has to do it.
This whole freaking thing, though, is absolutely wild. So this is where Nesrin is from. Yeah?
This is her home.
Yeah. And I totally forgot all about the Kogan battles and all of that. So the Kogan is like their emperor. Yeah. And
Yeah.
oh my God, I'm so annoying. I think I've done that 3 times tonight. And when they freaking...
It's like my...
when they are figuring out the heirs, so in Otterland, it's birth order, right?
Yes. It's like it's a true monarchy, right? Where
Yeah.
it's like this one they fight to the death.
Yeah.
They go Hunger Games on that shit.
Oh my God, they do. And the guy, the emperor, Kogan, can choose any of them for any reason. And then they freaking stop the rest of the family line for the ones that don't win if they live.
If they have a kid before it's chosen, what happens to that kid?
Yeah. Oh, that's such a good question.
Because if it was me, I'd be like, oops,
Oops, what?
I had a kid beforehand.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not oops, I killed them.
I didn't know where you were going with that. But yeah, it's absolutely wild. Especially, it doesn't make sense in my head because they're such a welcoming, like, it specifically says they accept all religions and they don't accept slavery and they're the most peaceful nation. Except for when it comes to the frickin' who's gonna rule?
They're kids.
It's so
wild.
ass backward to me.
It's wild. I mean, not backward. It just is. What's the word? When you say one hypocritical.
Yeah.
It's wild. Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense in my brain.
It's crazy, but yeah, I'm glad that you remember all of that part.
You blocked it out, take 2?
No, I do feel like I am reading this book for the first time. I've only read Tower of Dawn once because I read it and I was good.
Yeah.
You know? But also, like, you leave off at a cliffhanger. I won't spoil it too much, but you leave off at a cliffhanger and then you go into freaking chaos point of view. It's
Mm-hmm.
wild as well. But anyway, so Nezrin is a badass. She's trying to decide whether or not she's going to heal Kale, and finally she's like, yeah. The whole time Nezrin,
Irene.
what'd I say?
Nezrin.
Well, but the whole time Nezrin is also like, so are you going to heal him? Are you going to heal them? Are you going to heal him? And I also
Irene is
don't
like,
feel
girl, does his penis work?
why was that my favorite scene? She was like, I'm going to make him feel so small.
Smallest man who ever lived.
Smallest man who ever
Kale.
lived. It was so good. It was so good. The whole time I'm like, yes, Irene. That's the question you should be asking.
Honestly, front and foremost.
It's incredible.
Just amazing.
And then she just is like so mean. And then one of the kids walk in to see how she's doing, and she's like, wow, you woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. But I do love that Irene is always asked to dine with them, like
Yeah.
the highest honor. And she's like, just whenever I feel like it. She's come so far.
yeah.
She's come so
She's
far.
also like besties with one of the princesses, right?
She's besties with
Sartak.
one of them. She's
Caution loves her.
she's the love interest of another, but they're not the love interest of her.
Right.
And
She's like, that prince,
she
whatever.
doesn't give him the time of day. I feel bad. But Nezrin is like still doing Chaos dirty work. It'll never not piss me off when she disappeared to go spend time with her family. She spent time with her family, with her prince, with a prince that's part of them. And that she comes waltzing back. And he's so pissed because it's after midnight or whatever. She's a grown woman.
Yeah. She's like,
She's 19. She's
are
a grown
you my
woman.
keeper? Are you my keeper, bitch? I get that he was worried for her. And he's like, you didn't send word. And I get he's kind of on the lookout for Vogue and all of that. But, bitch, she's like,
Well,
I have nothing to be scared of here.
Yeah. And
Sit down.
The wording is what pissed me off.
Yeah.
Because he's like, you don't know what's out there. I know exactly
Bitch,
what's
this
out
is
there.
my home.
Yeah. This is where I feel most comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm
She's
more
like,
scared in
in
Rifthold.
literally.
Yeah.
In Otterland, they look at me weird and they judge me and they discriminate against me. Here, I'm home. Sit your ass down. Shut up.
Well, I love all of it.
Didn't realize I had a curfew.
I know, it's crazy. But, okay, so let's fast forward to the healing. Irene decides that she's going to heal. You lost a lime there.
The lime
And the coconut. We're going to get through this episode where it's going to happen. We're at 45 minutes. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay.
So she's going to heal her. She's going to heal him.
She's going to heal, and it's intense.
It's so intense.
It
And
was
it's a
5
mind battle.
hours long.
That's disgusting.
It is a mind battle. I can see this so clearly. Like, oh my gosh, Max, HBO, whoever wants to pick this up, you have to kill this part.
Yes,
because
please.
she's like puts her hands on him to put her healing power, and then her power inside is like fighting with
against,
the Vogue
yeah.
darkness that's left over, but it's like a remnant.
Wild.
Like it's not actually Vogue.
It's like an echo
It's an echo.
of, yeah.
What does that even fucking mean? Echo.
It's reminding me of something vaguely, and I can't
Yeah.
picture what. But it's absolutely wild. Also, Kale is very much I don't need I don't need therapy type.
He is, because she's trying to get him to talk about it, and
And he's
he's
like,
like, none of your business. And she's like, well, then the healing's none of yours.
True.
But she has a point where a lot of healing comes from the mind also.
The mental emotional piece.
And especially what happened with him.
Yeah. Trauma.
Yeah. Those are all my notes.
Let's see.
Because, I mean, we didn't really get all that deep into Tower of Dawn, which is
No.
crazy because that's that much of the book.
Yeah. Oh. two of my favorite things actually from Empire of Storms, or one of my favorite things, is on the Lorcan and Elide storyline. Is this? Oh, Lorcan called her a she-devil at one point.
Oh, I forgot that. That's
something
hilarious.
like that. He always calls her these little names that it's so funny.
It is funny.
And then I think the rest of the stuff is for the after. So
Okay, cool. So this is your warning to go ahead and end it after you like, comment, and subscribe. And then we'll see you next week. Our chapters are, and I'll do the breakdown for you. But 2 is for Empire of Storms, chapters 19 through 31. Okay, I'm going to need to get that later. And then in Tower of Dawn is chapters 14 through 32. So we love you guys. Goodbye.
bye.
Okay. What is your after show thought?
Okay, you go first.
Okay. Manon, you better go save your man.
Literally.
I love them. I love them together. I mean, I get the Kaol and Dorian, absolutely, but like, I love Manon and Dorian. And then my other one is Dorian clocks Aelin and Rowan's mate.
Yes, he does.
He clocked from the second that he saw them together. He thinks it in his brain. He says, well, I thought they were mates, but I don't know. That's crazy. He has a mate already.
Right? Yeah, that's wild.
Not Dorian actually giving us a little bit of foreshadowing from this book on. Okay, go ahead.
That's so true. One thing it briefly mentioned was the yielding, and I love that this is a second read because I know what that is now. Where it was just a little blip where it talked about, it was when Manon was saving Dorian. It was like, there's only one time they can emit that much power, and it's when they use the yielding, and then it just like moves on from it.
That's okay. A book, and then the last book. That's how many pre-books she wrote that in.
Yeah, and I just love that little blip because I love that I know what that is, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then just more about Aelin going to call in all of her favors and raise her little army of people, and how many people along the way that she's done favors for. So like we know, what's her face? Irene is one of them, and how she ends up playing such a key role in all of this.
And the pirates.
Yes.
Oh, they were going to the pirates. I forgot. They were going to meet at pirates. We didn't talk about that.
Oh, they were going to go see Rolf?
Yeah, they were going to go see Jack. Captain Jack.
Captain Jack, yeah. On, what's the island?
I don't know, but I had to go potty.
Okay. But yeah, and just how all of those things interconnect and how it's been laid in there from the very beginning. And I love it.
So good. I love it. What kept me up? Onyx Storm. What kept me home? Onyx Storm.
True. What kept me up? My son's 4 a.m. podcast.
Yeah.
What kept me home?
Your son's 4 a.m. podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. I gotta go potty, so we gotta end this thing.
Bye.
See you next week to read Empire Storms, Tower of Dawn, and like, comment, subscribe. Please like our stuff, like our pictures when you see it on our stories. Thank you. Hearts. Love you. Bye.
Bye.